morning, welcome to my channel and another weigh in. I don't know if we'll have a lot to talk about today or not. I feel like I'm kind of boring today. I feel like I've been boring all week. So we'll start with why you're here. This week I weighed in at 328.8 for a gain of 0.1, and that puts me at 48.3. Now, I am not mad at 0.1 because this is the second week that I've not been eating like I'm going to the electric chair, maybe just death row. And I know I'm not going to get any good food after that, but not that it's my last meal. I haven't been eating that bad, but we've had, I've just had regular food. I've just been living my life. Let's put it that way. Just been living my life. I've not weighed, I've not measured, I've not tracked in 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks I've not tracked. Not weighed, not measured, not portioned, not followed. Like if I made something, I made it my old-fashioned way instead of following my Weight Watchers way, that kind of thing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I have enjoyed it. It's been a nice break. If you've been with my channel, you know that I take breaks. I have to take breaks. My mental health makes me take breaks, and then my physical body is the one that takes the break with it. I guess that's how you put it. So that's what I've been doing, and not filming, not having that pressure of thinking what I have to film has taken a lot off of me, and so I feel good about that. I don't feel good about missing y'all. That ain't what I'm trying to say. But I feel good without, I just feel good. Oh, there's Blair's alarm. I forgot to cut it off. Hold, please. Okay. I meant to tell Alexa to cancel it before I come out here, but no, cutting back filming has just lifted like a weight off my shoulder. But who's to say next week I'm not filming back 5 days a week, because that's how bipolar works. Welcome to my world. Now let me tell you, walking, let me find, this is June, so let's go to May. I walked one day, and that was Friday. I've been taking a break from that too. Some of the days I've just not. Little man, please. Oh, I'm gonna tell you about that. I'm gonna tell you about that in a minute. I do have something to tell you. I've just not been feeling good in my knees. My knees have not been up to the physical task of walking. Whether it is here or not has not been the point. But some days it was here. I just didn't want to do it. But I did walk 20 minutes Friday. Now let me let me tell you, when I was leaving, you pull out the parking, you park along the little, you have to parallel. Oh Lord, something flying around I was about to get a flyby. You have to parallel park where I park, and I am good at it, let me tell you. And then to get back out to come home, then I make this little U-turn. So I turned around, I looked, and from a little bit of a distance, I see this man got a dog on a leash, and he's pushing a baby carriage. I'm like, and he's an older man. He's probably my age. He had, grayish white hair. Let me lay that down. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. Papa's out taking his little grandbaby and his doggy for a walk. And the closer I got, that was a hairy grandbaby. He had a dog in that little push, in that stroller. So he was pushing one and walking one. So I guess maybe that's his grandbaby. But I thought it was cute, actually. I thought it was cute. Now yesterday I went to the doctor. I was going to do a nice PSA. I'll still do a PSA, because there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Hold on. Got my queen bee. I went for what I thought was going to be my annual physical, and turns out they didn't schedule enough time. So we didn't do it. But she said they changed the guidelines for a female annual to every 3 years instead of every year. If you have had normal tests, then they recommend every 3 years. So I'm not even due yet. But my PSA is, don't be scared or ashamed to go get that. It is not fun. Men, I'm talking to you too. You got business that needs to be tended to. Cancer, cervical cancer and prostate cancer is nothing to sneeze about. It is nothing to joke about. It is a serious issue, and there is no reason we need to be, oh, we're talking about private parts. I'm not going to say the words because I don't want face, even though they're proper words. Who knows what YouTube will flag. They're crazy. YouTube's crazy. I'm going to tell you that right now. So don't neglect your yearly visits. Now, I will tell you this. When we went in and the girl, she said she didn't know if the doctor would do it or not because, it wasn't written down that that was my visit. She put all the supplies out and everything. And the doctor, they checked my blood pressure and it was up. The bottom number was fine. The top number was up. I'm like, well, what you expect? Even though you've done it a million times, you still get, nervous when you go in to have to do that. And the doctor come in and she said, told me about, the every 3 years thing, and we didn't have to do it then, and they didn't schedule enough time and all the, formalities. And I said, well, good, then you can put that. And she died laughing. That little woman, she just doubled over in laughter. And she goes, and I noticed your blood pressure was up. I said, yeah. And she didn't even let me finish the sentence. She goes, well, because you thought you were going to have to do this. I'm like, exactly. And she said, how is your blood pressure at home? I said, well, I don't feel like it's up. And she goes, so you don't feel like it's up? She types her notes on the computer when she's talking to you, and she was reading as she was typing. That patient does not feel like her blood pressure is up at home. I think you can feel, well, I can feel like if my pressure goes up. Listen, okay, so one day when Holly was in school, she was at the local Head Start program. She was like a teacher's assistant. That was one of her classes where she went over there. One day there was this one little boy. She said he come in late all the time. Said he was constantly late. His mama just would not get him there. So she come in one day talking about, oh, we was late because my pressure was up. My pressure was up. So that is our running joke in the family now. When we get all worked up about something, like, oh, my pressure is up. So I can tell when my pressure is up. I think I can. Well, I don't know. I went to the doctor many years ago when I did that closed captioning, and I'm telling you, my wrists were killing me. So I went to the doctor to see if I had carpal tunnel, and next thing I know, they, check your blood pressure and everything. Next thing I know, she comes flying in the room with that EKG machine, talking about, you're in stroke range. My blood pressure was in stroke range, and it scared them to death. That was the very first time I got on blood pressure medicine. When they say blood pressure is a silent killer, they mean it. So there's another PSA. If you don't do nothing but go and get your blood pressure checked, just go check in with the nurse. I don't even know if they would charge you, just to be honest. If you would just tell them, can I just get my blood pressure checked? If you don't go to the doctor regular. But that was part of the PSA I didn't get to about your annual physical. When I got pregnant with Holly, I'm pretty sure I told you this story, and if I have before, then just smile and nod. When I got pregnant with Holly, I was not a regular doctor goer. I did not go to the doctor unless I was deathly sick, and I didn't go for any physical. I didn't go for any well care or whatever you want to call it, any checkups, no routine, nothing. I just did not go, and I did not go for my annual physical. After I had RJ, I quit going. I didn't do it. I just didn't. And they're 9 years apart. So when I went the first visit, they do all their testing and everything. Turned out I had an abnormal test, and I ended up having to have a procedure when I was pregnant with her that would have turned into cancer. It was close enough that it would have turned into cancer. So I call her my little life-saving baby because I think she saved my life, because I still would not have gone to the doctor, and I probably would have ended up with cervical cancer had I not had her. So yes, she was born, well, she wasn't born out of wedlock. We got married. She was conceived out of wedlock. I ain't gonna lie about that. Why? Listen, things happen. Babies are blessings, and she was a blessing that saved my life. So I don't pass judgment on people that have children out of wedlock, because I've been on both sides of it. I've been married and did it, and I've been not married and did it. So there you go. You know about the girl. But that's my PSA. Go get your business handled. Now, what I was going to tell you, y'all know all the traffic on this road, right? One day, was it, I don't remember what day it was. It was not too many days ago. I heard David in here talking. I was back there in the craft room working on my junk journals. Listen, I'm having a ball with those things. Now I'm not putting as much junk in this one as I will when I get onto mine. I'm making this more childish, more child pictures and things like that in it than actual junk or trash. But you start looking at your junk mail and your trash things that you take off food, you start looking at, which is one of those in the book. I can't wait to show you that one. I came up with that one. I thought it was pretty cool. But you start viewing trash differently, and junk mail and catalogs and all this and that. So I'm starting to amass a collection. Tickets, receipts, I mean, you name it. Just all kind of stuff. Anyway, so I was back there and I heard him talking. Well, I heard talking. I thought he was watching something on YouTube, because when I'm back in the craft room, he'll just get there and he can turn it up, loud, because we're not watching TV or something. Well, he come back there and he goes, "You're not going to believe this." I said, "What?" He said, "They want to put a trucking company out here on the road." I'm like, "On what road?" "The road right here, the road that you hear all the traffic on. They want to, just not too far down the road, wanting to build a trucking company back in behind this man's house." And he was walking door to door getting a petition up to keep them from doing it. Now, I'm going to tell you what, this is a neighborhood. This is not no main road. The main road is back behind us, where you can hear the sirens and stuff like that. Well, when it's trash day, you can't hardly get two cars side by side when the trash cans are out. It is that narrow of a road. Even when it's not trash day, you still have to watch yourself. Plus, there is this man, I call him a boy, but he's hard to tell how old he is. He rides his bicycle, and that's all he does, is just rides his bicycle. He rides his bicycle up and down this road, the main road, and he rides on the wrong side of the road. And when you get down here, there's a dip down, and then there's a hill that goes up, and it's a blind hill. You have to go slow on both sides when you're coming this way or going that way, because he will be on the wrong side of the road. And one day, I don't know, after all, he's been riding that bicycle about as long as we've been here, so he's got to be on up in age. One day, you hear how these people fly. One day he's going to get hit for being on the wrong side of the road, and it's nerve-wracking. And to think they want, and it's like a dump trucking kind of business. They want to have dump trucks. No, that's just crazy. That's crazy talk. So I hope that they get enough petitions, and I don't know. I did see when I went to the store the other day, they've got like a zoning sign out. So I don't know if they've rezoned it for, listen, I feel like I got stuff on me, if they've rezoned it for business type situations or what. But y'all keep your fingers crossed we don't get no dump trucking business on this road, because that's just way too much. So anyway, well, we turned out we did have some stuff to talk about today, didn't we? I think that's all. I ain't been doing nothing. I've been sitting back there working on my books. Yeah, I don't think. If there's anything about it else, I'll try to remember maybe next time we talk. I did have fun watching everybody's tags though. And people are funny. These YouTube people are funny. They crack me up. So, all right. Well, that's all I know for today. I'm gonna try to get back on track. I think I've said it before. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to gain weight, but I'm not trying to lose it. I'm just being. I am just being. So I'm gonna try to do more than just be. I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to get some action going. I got my menu made for the week. It's just a menu, nothing special. But I think everything, I can either watch my portion or watch how I make it. So I think I'll have a good week. I'm gonna try to clock in a loss for next week, because I've had a good 2 weeks, a relaxing. I've got my shoulders from up around my ears to down here with my humpback. I got a humpback. Y'all can't see it. Y'all can't see it on camera, but my mama had a hump on her back. It's just, when you go like that, it ain't the Hunchback of Notre Dame, nothing like that. It ain't that bad, but it's still a hump over, and y'all can't see it. But so I went from my ears up here to my natural hump. Yeah, I look good. I miss my sexy hump. Okay, I'm starting to get stupid now. Okay, well, I love you, and I'll see you on my next video.